Welcome to Learn English with AI YouTube channel. Today we are going to explore 100 advanced words with their definitions and examples. Let's dive in. 1. Amiable, friendly, and pleasant. Example: she is an amiable person who gets along with everyone. Second, auspicious, favorable, indicating a good chance of success. Example: it was an auspicious day for the event. 3. Ambiguous, open to more than one interpretation, not clear. Example: the ending of the movie was ambiguous. 4. Avarice, extreme greed for wealth. Example: his avarice led him to unethical decisions. 5. Allegiance, loyalty, or commitment to a group or cause. Example: they pledged their allegiance to the flag. 6. Blurry, not clear or distinct. Example: the photo was too blurry to see any details. 7. Bland, lacking strong features or characteristics. Example: the soup tasted bland without any spices. 8. Betray, to be disloyal to someone. Example: he felt betrayed by his closest friend. 9. Coherent, logical, and consistent. Example: her argument was clear and coherent. 10. Condone, accept, or allow behavior that is morally wrong. Example: we cannot condone such actions. 11. Construe, interpret in a particular way. Example: his silence was construed as agreement. 12. Culminate, reach a climax or point of highest development. Example: the festival culminated in a grand parade. 13. Defer, postpone, or delay. Example: they decided to defer the meeting. 14th. Diligent, showing care and effort in one's work. Example: she is a diligent student. 15. Discreet, careful, and circumspect in one's speech or actions. Example: he was discreet about his personal life. 16. Egregious, outstandingly bad, shocking. Example: the error was egregious and hard to overlook. 17. Elucidate, make something clear, explain. Example: the teacher elucidated the complex topic. 18. Embroil, involve someone deeply in an argument or conflict. Example: she was embroiled in a legal dispute. 19. Ephemeral, lasting for a very short time. Example: the beauty of the sunset was ephemeral. 20. Erudite, having or showing great knowledge. Example: the professor was an erudite scholar. 21. Exacerbate, make a problem worse. Example: his comments only exacerbated the situation. 22nd. Exemplary, serving as a desirable model. Example: her conduct was exemplary. 23rd. Exonerate, absolve from blame for a fault or wrongdoing. Example: the evidence exonerated him from the charges. 24. Fathom, understand after much thought. Example: I cannot fathom why he did that. 25. Fervent, having or displaying a passionate intensity. Example: she was a fervent supporter of the cause. 26. Fluctuate, rise and fall irregularly in number or amount. Example: the prices fluctuate daily. 27. Garrulous, excessively talkative. Example: he became garrulous after a few drinks. 28th. Gratuitous, uncalled for, lacking good reason. Example: the violence in the movie was gratuitous. 29th. Hapless, unfortunate. Example: the hapless traveler lost his way. 30. Haughty, arrogantly superior and disdainful. Example: she gave him a haughty look. 31. Imminent, about to happen. Example: the storm is imminent. 32nd. Impartial, treating all rivals equally. Example, the judge was impartial in his decision. 33. Incessant, continuing without pause or interruption. Example, the incessant noise was annoying. 34th. Incisive, intelligently analytical and clear thinking. Example, her incisive comments cut through the confusion. 35th. Indubitable, impossible to doubt. Unquestionable. Example, his honesty is indubitable. 36. Ineffable, too great to be expressed in words. Example, the beauty of the scene was ineffable. 37. Innocuous, not harmful or offensive. Example, the question seemed innocuous. 38th. Insidious, proceeding in a gradual, subtle way, but with harmful effects. Example, the disease was insidious in its progression. 39th. Intrepid, fearless, adventurous. Example, the intrepid explorer ventured into the unknown. 40th. Juxtapose, place side by side for contrast. Example, the artist juxtaposed light and dark colors. 41. Languid, displaying a disinclination for physical exertion. Example, the heat made everyone feel languid. 42nd. Latent, existing but not yet developed. Example, there was a latent talent in him. 43rd. Lethargic, affected by lethargy, sluggish. Example, he felt lethargic after the meal. 44. Magnanimous, generous, or forgiving. Example, she was magnanimous in victory. 45th. Malicious, intending to do harm. Example, the malicious rumor spread quickly. 46. Masquerade, pretend to be someone one is not. Example, he masquerades as a doctor. 47th. Meticulous, showing great attention to detail. Example, she was meticulous in her work. 48th. Mitigate, make less severe or painful. Example, the medication helped mitigate the pain. 49th. Nefarious, wicked, or criminal. Example, the villain's plan was nefarious. 50. Obfuscate, render obscure or unclear. Example, the instructions were obfuscated by technical jargon. 51st. Oblivious, not aware of or concerned about what is happening. Example, he was oblivious to the noise around him. 52nd. Obsolete, no longer produced or used, out of date. Example, the technology is now obsolete. 53rd. Omnipotent, having unlimited power. Example, the ruler was considered omnipotent. 54. Ostentatious, characterized by vulgar or pretentious display. Example, the mansion was ostentatious. 55th. Palpable, able to be touched or felt. Example, the tension in the room was palpable. 56th paragon, a model of excellence. Example, she was a paragon of virtue. 57th. Peruse, read thoroughly or carefully. Example, he perused the document before signing. 58th. Pervasive, spreading widely throughout an area. Example, the influence of the internet is pervasive. 59th. Philanthropic, seeking to promote the welfare of others. Example, the foundation is known for its philanthropic efforts. 60. Plethora, a large or excessive amount. Example, there was a plethora of options available. 61. Precarious, not securely held or in position. Example, the latter was in a precarious position. 62nd. Propitious, indicating a good chance of success. Example, the weather was propitious for the event. 63. Quintessential, representing the most perfect example. Example, she is the quintessential professional. 64. Rancorous, characterized by bitterness or resentment. Example, the debate became rancorous. 65. Recalcitrant, having an obstinately uncooperative attitude. Example, the recalcitrant student refused to follow the rules. 66. Reclusive, avoiding the company of others. Example, the author lived a reclusive life. 67. Redundant, not or no longer needed. Example, the old equipment was redundant. 68th. Resilient, able to withstand or recover quickly. Example, the community was resilient after the disaster. 69. Sagacious, having or showing keen mental discernment. Example, the sagacious leader made wise decisions. 70th. Salient, most noticeable or important. Example, the nose was the most salient feature of his face. 71. Scrupulous, diligent, and thorough. Example, she was scrupulous in her research. 72. Sedulous, showing dedication and diligence. Example, he was a sedulous worker. 73rd. Soporific, tending to induce drowsiness or sleep. Example, the lecture was soporific and hard to stay awake through. 74. Spurious, not being what it purports to be. False or fake. Example, the claims were spurious and lacked evidence. 75th. Stalwart, loyal, reliable, and hardworking. Example, he was a stalwart supporter of the team. 76. Substantiate, provide evidence to support or prove the truth of. Example, the witness substantiated the defendant's alibi. 77. Superfluous, unnecessary, especially through being more than enough. Example, the additional information was superfluous. 78. Surreptitious, kept secret, especially because it would not be approved of. Example, they carried out a surreptitious investigation. 79. Taciturn, reserved or uncommunicative in speech. Example, he was a taciturn man who rarely spoke. 80. Tenacious, tending to keep a firm hold of something. Example, she was tenacious in her pursuit of the goal. 81. Transitory, not permanent. Example, the pain was transitory and soon passed. 82. Truculent, eager or quick to argue or fight. Example, his truculent attitude made him difficult to work with. 83. Ubiquitous, present, appearing, or found everywhere. Example, smartphones have become ubiquitous in modern society. 84. Unctuous, excessively flattering or ingratiating. Example, his unctuous manner was off-putting. 85. Vacillate, waver between different opinions or actions. Example, she vacillated between two career choices. 86. Venerate, regard with great respect. Example, the community venerated the old traditions. 87. Veracity, conformity to facts, accuracy. Example, the veracity of his statement was questioned. 88th. Verbose, using more words than needed. Example, his verbose explanation confused everyone. 89. Vicarious, experienced in the imagination through the feelings or actions of another person. Example, she felt a vicarious thrill from her friend's adventure. 90. Vindicate, clear someone of blame or suspicion. Example, the new evidence vindicated the accused. 91. Vociferous, vehement, or clamorous. Example, the protesters were vociferous in their demands. 92. Voracious, wanting or devouring great quantities of food. Example, he had a voracious appetite after the hike. 93rd wane, decrease in vigor, power, or extent. Example, His influence began to wane after the scandal. 94. Wary, feeling, or showing caution about possible dangers. Example, she was wary of strangers. 95. Whimsical, playfully quaint, or fanciful. Example, the whimsical decorations added charm to the room. 96. Wistful, having or showing a feeling of vague or regretful longing. Example, she had a wistful look as she remembered her childhood. 97. Zealous, having or showing zeal. Example, he was zealous in his